There was one detail in Xiao Zhan's latest studio photos that immediately caught fans' attention: the Chinese actor and singer, standing behind the microphone, completely focused on recording Here We Shine, the official song for the 48th WorldSkills competition. Nothing about the scene appears deliberately dramatic. No elaborate stage. No huge crowd. Just Xiao Zhan, a recording studio, and a song connected to a major international event. And yet, those simple behind-the-scenes images quickly became a talking point across fan communities. So, why did this particular moment attract so much attention? Welcome back to Celeb Buzz Insider, where we break down the moments that suddenly explode across social media and ask the question everyone is thinking: why did this go viral? The first thing to understand is what people actually saw. Xiao Zhan Studio released photos from the recording session for Here We Shine, while fan account @Zmelans shared behind-the-scenes photos and short videos from the studio's Weibo content. The images showed Xiao Zhan recording the song and gave viewers a glimpse into the process behind a project that is much bigger than a typical music release. That context matters. Here We Shine is connected to the 48th WorldSkills competition, which is scheduled to take place in Shanghai from September 22 to September 27, 2026. Xiao Zhan was appointed as a promotional ambassador for the event in July 2025. The competition is expected to bring together more than 1,400 competitors from over 60 countries across 64 vocational skill categories. Suddenly, those studio photographs mean something different. They are not simply pictures of Xiao Zhan working on another song. They represent part of the build-up to an international event focused on skills, craftsmanship, dedication, and young talent. And that connection gave fans another reason to stop scrolling. But there is an interesting twist here. The moment itself is incredibly ordinary. That may actually be part of its appeal. In an era when celebrity content is often highly produced, carefully staged, and visually spectacular, a glimpse inside a recording booth can feel surprisingly intimate. Viewers are seeing the working side of the artist rather than the finished performance. Instead of watching Xiao Zhan under bright lights in front of thousands of people, fans are watching him prepare the material before the audience ever hears it. And that creates curiosity. What did he sound like during the recording? How much work went into the final version? What was happening just outside the frame? Was this particular expression simply concentration, or was he reacting to something happening during the session? Fans naturally begin filling in those gaps. But this is exactly where we need to separate observation from speculation. The photographs show Xiao Zhan recording Here We Shine. They show the studio environment and his involvement in the project. Beyond that, there is no confirmed explanation for every expression, gesture, or moment captured in the behind-the-scenes material. Fans speculate about what certain images might reveal about his recording process. Some viewers believe his focused appearance reflects how seriously he approaches a project with an international purpose. Others simply enjoy seeing a quieter, more professional side of him. But those are interpretations, not confirmed facts. And that distinction makes the story even more interesting. Because viral entertainment moments rarely become popular for only one reason. They usually combine timing, personality, context, and something viewers can emotionally connect with. In Xiao Zhan's case, the timing was especially important. The behind-the-scenes content arrived as promotion for Here We Shine was already gaining momentum, following the launch of the full music video earlier the same day. That meant fans were not encountering the recording photographs in isolation. They were seeing them after receiving the polished final product. Think about the difference. First, you hear or watch the finished song. Then, suddenly, you get a glimpse of the person behind it. That creates a natural before and after effect. The music video represents the final presentation. The studio photographs represent the work behind that presentation. For fans, seeing both sides can make the finished song feel more personal because they now have a visual connection to its creation. And social media is perfectly designed for this kind of storytelling. A single photograph can become a discussion. A short clip can be reposted. A fan can zoom in on a tiny detail, another person can share a reaction, and suddenly a simple behind-the-scenes moment has a life of its own. One of the strongest ingredients here is recognition. Xiao Zhan already has a huge international fanbase, so when new content appears, fans are naturally watching closely. But the subject of the song also expands the potential audience beyond people who follow his entertainment career. WorldSkills is associated with vocational education, practical abilities, craftsmanship, and young people developing professional expertise. That gives Here We Shine a broader message than a conventional celebrity release. In other words, fans may click because of Xiao Zhan, but the story can resonate because of what the project represents. That is a powerful combination. There is also something visually compelling about the recording environment itself. A microphone, headphones, studio equipment, a performer concentrating between takes. These details create a sense of access. Even though viewers are still seeing only a carefully released glimpse, the images can feel like a small window into a part of Xiao Zhan's professional life that audiences normally never see. And that feeling of access is one of the strongest forces behind-the-scenes content. People do not just want the final product anymore. They want to know how the final product happened. They want the moment before the spotlight. The preparation before the performance. The work before the applause. That is why an apparently simple studio photograph can sometimes generate more conversation than a highly polished promotional image. There is another factor that should not be overlooked: emotional association. For fans, Xiao Zhan is not simply a name attached to a song. His previous performances, acting projects, music releases, and public appearances have already created an emotional connection with audiences. So when fans see him working on something new, they bring all of that history with them. A photograph can therefore trigger memories of earlier performances, previous songs, or other moments in his career. That gives a new image and emotional layer that the photograph itself does not necessarily contain. And then comes the fan discussion. Some viewers focus on his appearance. Others focus on the recording process. Some are interested in the song itself. Others are excited by the international scale of the WorldSkills connection. Different audiences can look at the same few seconds of footage and walk away with completely different interpretations. That is often the secret behind viral content. The moment does not have to tell everyone exactly what to think. It simply has to give everyone something to talk about. Of course, there is always a danger when a celebrity moment begins spreading rapidly. A small expression can become a supposed clue. A normal gesture can be turned into a theory. A fan interpretation can be repeated so many times that people eventually mistake it for confirmed information. That is why it is important to stay grounded in what is actually known. What we know is that Xiao Zhan recorded Here We Shine, the official song connected to the 48th WorldSkills competition. Xiao Zhan Studio released recording session photos, and fan communities circulated additional behind-the-scenes material. The song's release is part of ongoing promotion for an international event taking place in Shanghai in September 2026. Everything beyond those confirmed details should be treated carefully. There is no confirmed explanation for every tiny reaction captured in the footage. Fans speculate. Some viewers believe certain details carry additional meaning. Others simply see a hardworking artist preparing for an important project. And perhaps that is exactly why the moment feels so memorable. It does not need a dramatic controversy. It does not need an unexpected announcement. It does not need a sensational explanation. Sometimes, a viral moment happens because millions of people recognize the same simple feeling: they are getting a rare glimpse behind the finished product. Xiao Zhan recording Here We Shine gives viewers that glimpse. It shows the artist before the final presentation, during the process of turning a song into something designed to represent a much larger event. And when that image is combined with the release of the music video, the international focus of WorldSkills, and an enormous online fan community ready to share every new detail, the ingredients for a viral moment are already there. Maybe the most fascinating part is that the original images did not have to explain everything. They simply opened the door. Fans walked through it. they watched, paused, shared, discussed, interpreted, and replayed. And that is how a quiet recording studio moment can become much bigger than anyone expected. Here at Celeb Buzz Insider, we will keep separating what is confirmed from what fans are merely speculating about, because sometimes the most interesting story is not what we know, it is the question left unanswered. So when you look at Xiao Zhan recording Here We Shine, do you see simply an artist doing his job, a meaningful behind-the-scenes glimpse, or something about the moment that made you stop and watch twice? What do you think made this moment so unforgettable?